Hello and welcome back to Cardboard Decoy starts his convoy business. So yeah, let's just run right into it. Okay, so this is going to be a series of launches. I stabilized the orbit of the other two landers, and I realized just now that I have no mapping capabilities on those landers. So, little tiny details. Oh, so complicated. Thank God I'm not developing real spaceships or anything. It would be embarrassing. It's like, hey, remember why we're running this mission to do this really important sciencey stuff on this thing? Yeah? Well, you forgot all the sciencey equipment, so we're kind of boned. Oh. Well. Alright then. So, that's pretty much the position I'm in at the moment. We are currently going to... This is me re-practicing how to launch a ship appropriately as well, so that ought to be really fun. Yeah, we're basically just getting this guy up in the air. That's the plan. We've got solid rocket boosters that are about to go bye-bye here in a second. Actually, they're not because I don't have them geared up for that. Wonderful. This was a flaw in my reasoning here. But that's okay. See, this has the engines I was talking about last video that I was trying to find, and for whatever reason I can't find them now, and I don't know what's up with that. So, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Just not. That's all there is to it. Okay. That's going to launch those three off and then activate what engines? Oh, that's all the, okay, there we go. Yeah, no, that's fine. I was really concerned there for a second because it looked like if I did that, it was going to start up these engines and some other stuff. I don't know, whatever. Okay, cool. No problems, though. And let's go ahead and go to the big screen, Johnny. Alright, we're going to watch this slowly start heading out at a 45-degree angle here. Okay, there doesn't appear to be a lot of wobble, which is extremely good news. Okay, and cut the engines, and cool. Okay, I remember, it's all coming back to me. It's like riding a bicycle. Okay, I need you to straighten out, please. Alright. I just thought of that. If this were real life, anytime I tried to move forward or backwards with these jets, it's just gonna bang our poor Kerbal in the back of the head there. Oh, sigh. Oh well, at least we don't have to actually worry about that. That would be, again, pretty embarrassing. Okay, so we're turning this sideways. Okay, almost there. And then we are good. Fantastic. Okay, so there's that. We're probably going to have to make some more adjustments to that in the future, but we won't worry about that for right now. And, yeah, so that's a nice, calm, easy launch. There is, of course, our landers in a much higher orbit than we need them to be, but that's fine for now. I'm not going to worry about it too much. No stress. Taking sips of my coffee. Enjoying this the most glorious of Saturday mornings. In December, as it were. My favorite month of the year. I am a wintertime person. I am a cold weather... Wintertime, not necessarily Christmas. Christmas is cool. I like the holidays in general. But you know, it's I'm getting on in years. In my older years, I've noticed how overrated they tend to be. But mostly that's because I don't have that same thrill of getting 40,000 video game presents in the morning that take me by complete and total surprise and shock. And yeah, oh, man, those are so blue. It's beautiful. Alright. I've got to start using more of the stock rockets just so I can actually make use of the Hot Rockets add-on that I have installed. So, which is super, super cool, but we almost never see it because I keep using KW rocketry. Okay, there we go. Now we're into interplanetary stage here, which is just dandy. So, and then, yeah, we're basically going to cruise along, try to maintain as much height as we possibly can here, which means we should probably do this. Fantastic. There we go. That's going to move our apoapsis forward, and we'll let that get back above the 70,000 range, and all will be relatively well there. Yeah, there we go. We are in an upwardly direction. Fantastic. And then we'll even it back out. Cool. And we are good. Alright. So, here we go. We're about to... Periapsis is about to emerge. And there it is. 59,000, 105,000. Let's stabilize this orbit, and then we'll go launch our next ship. This is going to be the crazy multiple launch special. There we go. That's what I wanted. Times 50. Good stuff. We'll get this up to 100,000 as well. Not quite the level of accuracy I would prefer for my launching heights. Before, I remember at least being able to hit like 80,000 fairly reliably, but you know, whatever. I'm not gonna cry over spilt milk or any of that business. So, and okay, let's go ahead and just fire up our engines just a teensy bit here. All right, and whoop, that should just about nail it. Yeah, close enough for me. And yeah, next ship. Well, first of all, let's go ahead and do a quick little EVA maneuver. And we are going to EVA him out. We are going to let go. Rockets on. And then get him down underneath the ship here so that he can board his chariot. Hopefully. I saw there was some way to actually change the angle of perspective here so that I can actually do this. But I appear to have forgotten exactly how you're supposed to do that. Okay. And let's rotate. Oh, I just put the rockets away. Okay. Hold on, I want to find this button now. Is that there? No? Okay. That's alright. Get back in the ship. It's cool. Never mind. Never mind. Alright. Grab. Board. Rotate. Well, let's rotate this way so it's easier for us to see. Just a little bit. And stop. Okay, cool. And then EVA. Let go. Rockets. Up, over, around, and through. That's how Tattoo ties his shoe. Man, I haven't seen that movie in forever. Okay. And board. Why aren't you... bastard. Board. There we go. Okay. Cool. We are chariotized. Look at that. Ain't that cool as shit? I dig it. Alright. Okay. Next is... we hit 1 for solar panels. We are good. Fantastic. Okay, cool. And then we'll come back to that. Space station. Space center. It's a station, but it's on the ground. And its prerogative is space, so not inaccurate. Okay, so next. Let's go ahead and we'll launch our science modules up and we'll put mapping thingies on all of them. Let's go ahead and load. We need Minmus, Science Minmus Convoy rocket. Alright, load. And let me see. Is this going to be enough to get us to Minmus? Now it's become like a real question. It is pretty light, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's go ahead and do utility, science, map track, originally intended for the blah blah blah. Okay. We'll put all of these on like so, and then just try to remember them in the future. There we go, close enough. We got some stuff in the way, but I'm not going to let it bother me. Alright. Map track. Whoa. Very fickle positioning there. Okay. And there. Close enough. Alright. Those look really cool. It's got that kind of thermal, like you could push on it and then it would start turning green and yellow and red kind of look to it. It's just the right shade of blue for that. Alright. And yeah, I think this should go to Minmus. This should. It should. Let's make sure all of this is where we want it to be. Yeah, those engines. We'll decouple from there. All should be well. Okay, let's go ahead and save and launch. Okay. Because after Minmus, once we start trying to go to other planets, we're going to have to start waiting for things like Windows and actually assembling larger ships in space and not just in the hangar. And it's going to get maybe a tiny bit more tedious, but more interesting for sure. Alright, cool. So let's give this a whirl. Thrusters up. Launch. SAS. I do have RCS on this, correct? Yes, okay, I do. Yeah, I remember now. I have tanks and everything on there. Alright, so this is the same engine body that we used for the last ship with just different dimensions and weight. So all the weight is at the very top there, which kind of scares me. And then we have a lot of, these are basically just very fragile connecting pieces in between. So it looks like we're already getting a lot more speed than we were before, so this is an okay thing. Hopefully going to keep everything stable. We've got like 1 million struts everywhere. I added some extras in between videos to hopefully be able to maintain that. And yeah, hopefully everything works out just fine. We don't have anything to worry about whatsoever. That's the hope, that's the dream. And yeah, so now we're just waiting for this thing to play out. Okay, so we're going... at 300 meters a second as we enter the next phase of the atmosphere, which is what I like to see. We appear to have a tilt. Yeah, it's wobbling. Oh boy. We might have to redesign this engine. It's okay. Whoa. Get rid of those. And yeah, we got some crazy wobble, but we're going to try to maintain as best as we can. We just need to get this thing into space. That's all that matters. I don't want to redesign it, but I will if I have to. Don't make me turn this car around. Alright, we're doing okay. If it ends up higher than we expect, that's also within tolerances. I'm not going to cry about it. Okay, so just a little bit higher. Let's check and see where we're at. 77, yeah, that's pretty good. So we just need to keep this thing stable and try to prevent the wiggle, so we'll thrust up slowly and do all the stuff that we know to do in order to maintain that sort of philosophy there. I'm going to drink my coffee, as is appropriate. Okay. We're going to go ahead and turn everything. And, trying to remember which way is which for roll. Okay. Always a fun challenge. How do you roll the ship? Okay. Alright, we're making our fine-tuned adjustments here. Try to get this thing pointed in the right direction. We just want to be pointing towards the horizon once we reach apoapsis, and it looks like we have plenty of time to do that. We're basically racing our prograde marker, and that seems to be a race we're going to win here. So I'm okay with that. Alright. Again, remember, our end goal is just to get everything to space for now, and then we're going to do our fun little maneuvers that'll get everything to the station. So it'll be real exciting once we get all of that taken care of. Okay. And let's go ahead and prepare ourselves, because we're about to hit apoapsis. This is based on both numbers and prograde marker. And let's go ahead and begin thrusting. Alright, we're just watching for our compression, make sure we keep it relatively manageable. We're a little upside down, but that's not a bad thing necessarily. Okay, and I think I set all of my action groups for the solar panels. I just got to remember to open those up because we are functioning as a drone, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Alright, very slowly thrusting up, waiting for momentum to catch up on all of these guys. And we're about to lose our main orbiting engines, or our main launch engines. There we go. There's that. Not too bad. Now our thrust is not nearly as dramatic as it was before, so that basically means we can maintain this and thrust up a little bit faster without as much of a concern. Plus now our entire center of gravity is shifted, so that's going to also make a very large difference in how this thing handles as we attempt to establish an orbit here. Let's go ahead and try to, well, no, you know what, I'm just going to maintain like this. Gain speed, get an orbit going, and then we'll make adjustments as is necessary. Alright. And yeah, we're losing altitude on that side. That's fine. If we can keep it around the 75 mark, I will be a happy camper. Doesn't have to be exact. Again, it doesn't have to be exact until we're at the station. And then our positioning is pretty damn important. So that's how I choose to see it. Let's go ahead and here we go. Oh, let's see, where does that put us? Alright, that puts our periapsis at 65. We're going to adjust. Okay. ahead and make sure that's okay. That's 141. You know what? We'll just fly to apoapsis and then stretch out our periapsis a little bit. Okay, down, up. Alright, there we go. Times 50. Okay. So, not too bad. We're getting stuff in the air. That is, of course, the first and questionably most important step. Okay. And let's go ahead and I was just trying to check my fuel very quickly there. Alright, and now we turn prograde very quickly. We're already at apoapsis. Let's see, stage only. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. I'm not too concerned. If we could just get to the moon, then we can do our gravity slingshot off the moon. I'll finally be doing those. I was going to do that with the space station, and I realized the space station was a little bit trickier than I gave it credit for. So now it's just a matter of, let's get over here, position ourselves towards prograde, and then get ready to fire and roundify a little bit. We might point up even a little. You know what? That's fine. That's totally going to work to our advantage here. And yeah, that's going to make our apoapsis go down and our periapsis go up. Okay, we're going to let that rotate. Whoop. 132, 150. Close enough. I'll take it. It's stable. Alright, cool. Let's see, where are we at time-wise? Yeah, we still got 4 minutes. Let's go ahead and we'll resume flight. And there we go. There's our little convoy of science modules ready to go. And then let's go ahead and go to Space Center. Now, what else do we need? We need 2 more landing modules. Or modular landing modules, whatever you want to call them. And then we'll have to make sure they're manned appropriately. Oh, I forgot to extend solar panels. One second. Let me go back. Let's do exit. And then we will go to tracking station. Fortunately, they're all in wildly different orbital paths, so it's a little comforting to know that they won't at least be able to crash into each other at any point in time. Let's see. Minimus, Science Minimus Convoy Rocket. Fly. However, forgetting solar panels is going to be a grievously unforgivable infraction? Sure. If I get up here and realize I have no power with which to pilot the ship. That would be bad. So, there we go. We now have power available to us. Electric charge, good. Alright, Space Center. Okay. Oh man, that's distracting. I'm looking over at my XSplit, and there's like a little mail note flashing next to help, which implies there's some sort of an upgrade or update I need to do, but it's flashing so conspicuously. God damn. Alright. And then, let's see, lander mothership. Load. The only other thing I'm worried about is return ship, basically what we're going to use in order to fly everything back. So that ought to be real interesting. We're going to watch this launch again, but first we're going to fix some things. What did I say I needed? I needed more struts for the wobble. That's pretty much all I said I needed, right? And then maybe some control bits, fins, that kind of a deal. Not huge priority, but probably pretty handy to throw on there. Okay, you can attach right there. Is that gonna work? Not everybody is attached. Okay, let's go ahead and grab that back. And then, where would be a good attachment point for these? Since, let's see, will it attach up in here? It should. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's gonna keep that stable just a little bit more. And then we'll go ahead and add some more struts right here to keep the stability between these two, so there's a lot less wobble in that section. And then some more struts here and here. Fantastic. And then aerodynamic fins. Delta Deluxe Winglet. Can never remember if they're called ailerons or what. But, you know, let's see. What do these look like? And they are not going to attach to anything. They are not made to attach to anything there. Okay, cool. Let's see. What are our other aerodynamic pieces? Let's do like so. We'll just attach one here. And then Delta Deluxe Winglet here. Should be fine. Yeah, that should work. Should be Okie dokie-ish. Let's go ahead and move these just in case. Alright, cool. Where do these go to? That goes to there. Okay, our staging looks good. Let's save. And... God. Why does it feel like there's something else I'm forgetting? Oh well, we'll fix it later. Alright, launch. And this isn't anything we haven't seen before, but I'll go ahead and go through it. And then next episode we'll start lining everybody up, and we'll get to see what a gravity slingshot looks like, and setting timers and all of that other fun. And yeah, everybody will be on their way to Minmus. Alright, so land your mothership. Let's see. I'll land your mothership. Oh, I should have moved everybody around, but I'll do that in space. That's not a big deal. Okay, cool. Whee! Alright, SAS set up. And I'm going to finish my coffee. Record time, it feels like. Man, there's a lot of coffee in a very short time frame. Okay, let's go ahead and watch it go. There it goes again. Oh, sorry. I'm kind of tempted to like decouple this really quick just to see what would happen. Probably not good, but fuck it. It switched me to it. Okay. Oh, no time warp. We want, forgot how to switch. There we go. Okay, cool. So whenever we start turning, it ought to be catastrophic and hilarious. So, we'll wait for that to start happening. And, yes. It is rather stable on there. Those G's. The G's help, I guess. Okay. Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited. This is just, you know, in a desperate attempt for topical conversation for sure, but still, any minute now, I'm going to get a word from my buddy that we're going to Fry's to buy HOTAS setups, and that's going to be good times for all involved, especially me and my buddy. So, and let's see. Any second now. Okay. He was talking to me, and he's like, you know what your channel is missing is foreign accents. You don't have a British accent or an Australian accent or anything else. And I showed him the co-optional podcast animated episode where the other two, Dodger and red-haired dude, were making fun of British accents, and all Total Biscuits can say is bastards. It's hilarious. And man, they did like the best, most irritating impersonation of a British accent I have ever heard. He's like, "That's quite scary, it is. It's like, oh my god, stop. It's like, oh, look at that, you're quite a bit in trouble, you are. Oh my god." I can only imagine how it must have been to actually be a Britishish type person listening to that nonsense. There it goes. Goodbye thing we only put there so that we could put everything else together. Okay. So, off into the wild blue yonder it goes. Whereas we have enough wind resistance to actually make quite a bit of difference in our speeds there. So, good times. Very, very cool physics and all of that. Alright, I will say, like, the one thing Kerbal Space Program has taught me is how to fly with Newtonian physics, and that's going to come in handy once I start playing Elite Dangerous. I'm quite looking forward to it, to say the least. Okay, so we'll get this thing into a stable orbit and then transfer our crew around, and then that will be the end of this video. It shouldn't take more than a couple minutes. And all will be well. It'll be real good times. Now... Okay, yeah, there is still one more stage. For a second, I had like a slight moment of like, oh god, there's not enough fuel, is there? But I forgot that this is a separate stage that has not been activated yet, and that should be more than enough fuel to get us over there, considering that it only took that much, and 4 times the engine to get an entire space station over to Minmus, so I'm not too worried. It's just going to be long fire times. It might be a little arduous for some people to watch, but whatever, they'll deal. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and punch it. Look at that, no wobble. We are incredibly stable. I am very pleased. Okay. And, yeah, we just need to launch one more of these up into space. I can do that in between videos, and that won't be much of a problem at all. There's our moon. We have conquered you, moon. Do not look upon us. You cannot look upon the face of your god in such a way. I don't know what I was going for there. That's not a reference to anything. It just felt like saying it because it's fun. Alright, and yeah, there we go. We're going to angle a little bit. And come on, stable orbit. You can do it. I believe in you. Yeah, there goes our little drone part off towards the surface where it belongs. Okay. Landbound. Alright, let's go ahead and warp around here, circularize the orbit, and then we'll be good. I'll launch one more piece, and then I'll come back, and we'll start sending everything towards Minmus. It'll be real good times. Okay, there we go. And let's angle around a little bit. This is going to take a little bit short of forever. Let's go ahead and... do we want to extend solar panels? We do not. Not while we still have this stage as part of everything. Oh, quickly, turn more. Let's go ahead and turn on RCS for this. No reason not to, really. Okay. And get ready to fire. Right like that. Cool stuff. Alright, and... okay. Close enough. That'll work for me. We still have some fuel left over, too, so not too bad. We definitely managed our Delta V a little bit more economically for our purposes. Let's see. We have no crew in this one, correct? No crew. We just need one. We have... oh, there we go. EVA. I could have just transferred, but this is more fun. Yada, yada. Okay. So, let's move forward. I do like EVAing. I mean, look at this view. It's freaking amazing. Okay, whoa, I've forgotten my directions. 1 second. Stand by. Ah, it looks beautiful. I freaking love EVAs. Again, I'm going to keep mentioning Elite Dangerous just because it's kind of the hot shit right now. But, they're talking about being able to do EVAs and stuff like that in that game. And I'm just like, please, 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 please. I believe it's magic. I believe it's magic. Please. If you don't get that reference, it's okay. Only 80s kids will remember that. Okay, cool. So we should be good. That's, we've got a full count of, 1 lander mothership. We've got a Minmus cruiser launcher. A, Science Minmus Convoy rocket. Wow, what the fuck was I thinking in naming that? Okay, and a Kerbal mapping set. That's not what I'm looking for. There we go. Lander mothership. So that's 2 lander motherships, cruiser launcher, convoy rocket, 1 more lander mothership, and we can start sending everything out to Minmus and our station, and all will be rather dandy. So that's the plan. I am Cardboard Decoy playing Kerbal Space Program. If you've enjoyed, please do like, comment, and subscribe. And then I will see you next time. Have fun.